Hello everybody, it's Christine. I cannot believe it. We've made it through 30 days of sketches. So here will be my layout share. I actually have a bunch of other layouts as well. I'm going to put those in a separate video because it'll get way too long. I think I did something like, I don't even know, you guys, like 50 layouts or something, because I also had Scrapbook Expo and I did a number of them there. So I'm going to do 30 days of sketches in this video, and then I'll have another video with another layout share. So now the only bad thing is I've been storing these upright in a little box, and they kind of sunk down, and so they're a little curly. So let's see how we can get through this. All right, let me also, and I've taped the sketches to the back side of the layout, so we can look at those just real quickly, and then I'll flip it back over. So this was day one, Ginger Bush with our 3 photos, and then she had some arrows and stuff here. So this is a Vicki Boutin collection. I really enjoyed this. I like the matte white against this green. I know I recall debating on the green background, but I think that turned out really pretty. And then I love this stripe paper, you guys. I cut that, and then I allowed it to be separated a little bit here and scuff the edges. And I think that turned out really neat. And I actually had journaling on this one. All right, day number 2 is a 2-page. Actually, there were several 2-page sketches in this particular series, and I didn't do all 2-page by any means. So I didn't do all the 2-pagers, but this one I did. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pictures, and you know, a little title and some round elements and stuff like that. So we've got, sorry, let me push this out of the way. This little paper collection here, that was a Vicki Boutin collection, by the way, for day 1. This one was kind of from my stash. I actually think it came from like a birthday layout from like a expo make and take or something. I did pull in a title from Vicki Boutin, but everything else was essentially stash, you guys. Some little enamel dots here. I did use my white gel pen on the little arrows. And, oh, and this is a little die I bought off of Etsy. Not Etsy, excuse me, eBay. I thought I was getting the actual die machine, or die, and it was actually die cut, technically. All right, let's get moving. I'm going to be slow if I'm not careful. Okay, this one was really fun. This has got mixed media. She kind of used scribbles and stuff by Vanessa. 3 photos. I had 2 photos, but I used the paint brushes, you guys, from the Vicki Boutin's Discover and Create. And then my pictures had these paint things. It was so cute, you guys. And then I pulled out my ephemera from Vicki Boutin's. These were not all from Discover and Create, because I've made a binder, you guys, with all my Vicki Boutin stuff. And I was really happy that I did that, because I can find stuff. And then I had these little puffy dot things. And then I used my new watercolor pencils to use the sprinkles. And I turned out, that's not true. I did for this one. These ones were actually ink pads. But I was really proud of myself for finding the matching colors. This one was Brandy Joe. It was a 2-pager. I think I just lost a jewel of some kind. Uh-oh, that didn't good. Oh, I sure did. Yes. That didn't good. How's that gonna go? There we go. And this is from Stash, you guys. This was some old Bo Bunny paper here. And I actually had pulled these out from a scrapbooking coach at home set of things, but the papers are definitely old Bo Bunny, and this might even have been a Stash. I'm not even sure what that one is. But this turned out really cute. And this is actually some Prima stuff. That's old Stash stuff. Wood veneer that I went ahead and inked. Turned out cute. These are my daughter's engagement pictures, by the way. Okay, this one's by Crystal Barrett, Pineapple Papers on YouTube. And I used, oh my gosh. Again, I have a process video for all of these, you guys. But I was really proud of myself because I had a cut file. She actually had a circular one, but I switched it to a square. And I had a cut file, and I backed it. And then I had some new Spiegelmom scraps that I used. And little sequins. And I was really proud of myself for that, too. I love this little pretty collection. This one is by Brandy, another 2-pager that I did 1 page of. This was from Cartabella, I believe. No, that's a lie. Again, pop over to the video. I know it was a Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, but I was really excited because they had sent me this card. This little girl, I love her. She runs my nutrition club, and she's adorable. And she sent me this card, or gave me this card for Christmas. And this paper was in it, you guys. It had all these little classic cars. I loved it. And then I've added to the little headlights here some glossy accents. Can you guys see? Is the lighting too bad? I'm sorry. I hope I don't get up off of it. Let me do this. Added glossy accents to the center of the florals. And I did fussy cut the florals too. And this one is Tracy England. You can kind of see there was 3 photos. I had 2. And this was from Library of Congress. And this was also Scrap Room Flavors of the Month. I think it's Photoplay, as I recall, perhaps. Something like Read or something. I had a bunch of these little book things, which was perfect because I got a library card at the Library of Congress, you guys, up in D.C. That was really fun. This is Jennifer. And I've heard her name pronounced, and it's Gagne, and I'm so sorry. She has a YouTube channel too. And I got a bunch of little tag cutouts from, it was actually, I had cut them out of the, I've got it in my head. I can't think of what it is. As soon as I knew, Pebbles maybe? I don't know. Mixed media, big old title down here. This is just my daughter. And I had a little loop here, you guys. Isn't that cute? Sarah Davies does that a lot, and I kind of liked it. So I stole the idea. That's a stash paper, though, technically. This one is Jessica Finn Hill. And she had photos, kind of a journal card and a couple of photos and everything. I used frames. And I think Crystal at Pineapple Papers actually scrap lifted me for her, may I scrap lift you on the 9th. So that was really sweet of her to ask. But I thought this was kind of cute. It had the little hearts and stuff. There's mixed media on top of a faux alcohol ink background here. I thought that turned out cute. This one is Sarah Davies, and this is definitely her style. She uses white cardstock a lot, and then of course little strips. And I had a bunch of Hip Kits scraps to use, and it had some old, I think it was October of last year maybe. They had kind of a Native American theme, which was perfect because this is the National Museum of Native American Indian, or the American Indian. This is a gorgeous piece of art. And then I used some mixed media over here and some stamps. I was proud of myself for thinking of doing the stamps and the stencil and stuff. This is Teresa Van Morse, day 11. She had 2 photos, big old titles, bunch of stars. The stars made me think of soccer, so we ended up with a soccer layout. This was my daughter's soccer camp one year. And I went ahead and die cut the stars out of black and white paper. I thought that looked really cool. I love this green background here. It looks like a goal here. And I wrote in her journaling, first high school camps, June 2012. I cannot believe my daughter's gotten that old, y'all. How's that even possible? This one is Pamela Cook, and she's got 4 photos on here. And it's kind of this diagonal design this way. It's kind of like an X. And I love that. And this is 49 Market, and I thought it was kind of cool because I had parade pictures, and these were kind of the warmer colors like orange and red, and these were cooler, the blues and purples. And so I kind of made it work with the colors, almost a tone on tone in a way. And then the butterflies in the middle. I thought that turned out just vibrant and beautiful. I loved it. This one is Amanda Castle. She had a couple of photos down here off of some tags. She had journaling around the outside. I didn't actually do that, but I did do the extra matting. Had my little tags hanging down. The title's a little hard to see. I mentioned that in the video, but I do still love it. I did actually color the A. It was a weird lime green, and I used some Distress Oxide on it to tone that down. But I think this turned out really pretty. And I fussy cut these little pieces here out of the paper. That was a Scrap Room Flavors of the Month too. This one is Stacy Tawari, and she's got 3 long tags with some stripes here. And I thought that turned out perfectly with this Vicki Boutin paper. She had this, it's like a night sky, but the red, white, and blue kind of went. Now I introduced a little bit of green with the Vicki Boutin paper, but this kind of has a, not green exactly, but kind of like an undertone in a way, so I thought it went fine. And yeah, thought that turned out really cute, Presidential Museum. And I used some red glitter font. This one was by Lisa, well, it says scrapbooking, so she's got some kind of an account. She actually had, it looked almost like she had used stitching on top of maybe even fabric or something where she'd folded it over. I thought that was kind of cool. Journaling, a couple cards, or photos rather, so I kind of ended up with that. Now, I didn't use the stitching or anything, but I did try to use stickers. And I mentioned in the video I boogered it up because I should have started in the middle, and I did not. And so it's a little off, but that's okay. And I had my little jewels all over. I love this little lemon. That was so cute. Went with this paper. This paper just really attracted me. I thought that was fun. I did introduce our frazzles here, and so I wrinkled that up a little bit. So there's kind of that nod to the wrinkle there. This one is Ashley the Scrapping Nerd. She's on our Scrap Lift Crafternoon team. And I thought this was really cool. I was able to use a bunch of branding strips, and then I used Vicki Boutin's faux mixed media. And then honestly, my only embellishments were essentially the title, these little like foam letter thingies, and sequins. And I think this turned out really cute. This one here is Lisa Marie. The sketch is great. It's got a single photo, horizontal, vertical, then like 3 embellishment clusters. I did struggle with this one just because I think the color palette like threw me. This is a very like not Christine color palette. It's like, you know, brown and yellow or whatever, but it went really well with my visitor's guide. So I like the color palette with this, but I did struggle for some reason. It didn't inspire me, I guess is the point. So that's okay though. I ended up with a cool layout because I did put some buttons on here. That's from Stash, a couple of arrows from Stash. This is kind of a Stash Buster layout, which is probably another reason I was struggling. Although I was kind of proud of myself. I introduced this little chipboard diagonal thingy, which has been in my stash for 100 years as well. Then I got the next day, this is Judith Garcia. Now she had this kind of like fish scale looking thing, almost like a mixed media looking thing. I ended up using Vicki Boutin here, although I inadvertently flipped it over. But this turned out really cute. I was able to add a title on here. That's a picture of my husband, a bunch of little layering pieces here. My little squirrel, which is just cute. And to introduce some little buggies and things. I thought this turned out really cute. I love this one. And then we start getting into some cruise stuff here. So this one is Ruth Lewandon. And she had 4 photos in a big old font here, which was framed. And I was able to put that with my cruise stuff. I thought this was so cute. This is when we first getting on the boat. And I got this really big, nice title using the stickers and a couple of font pieces. So I enjoyed that. I think this little octopus is too cute also. That is so cute. Actually, I'm really liking that layout. Then this one is Day 20, and it's by Claudia Henderson. And she had kind of 3 photos is what she shows, with a couple tags and some big floral clusters. I only have 1 photo, obviously, but it's good sized. And then I did have a couple tags. I was able to put that in there. I did introduce sequins again. I thought this was such cute paper, you guys. This little 50s girl is just adorable. And I did put 2 colors of strings on my tags. I was kind of proud of that too. I thought this turned out really cute. Really fun. This one is very vibrant. This one's by Scrappy Adam Westwood. And he's got this kind of torn piece, the peekaboo thing in the middle of a couple of photos. Some clusters here, the title over here. I ended up doing this visitor map with this. This is the Botanical Garden, United States Botanical Garden. And I love this floral paper, but it's very vibrant. So I ended up having to use some doilies to kind of create those clusters. But I did use some of my foam floral pieces that I had struggled to figure out how to use those. But I think this turned out really pretty on top of this floral. And the title was so beautiful. I was also able to get the date on this one too. This one is another Stash Buster. It's by Shannon Bland, Day 22. And this one is from the Arlington National Cemetery. So I went with this real kind of, it's got the craft kind of background versus a real white. Because to me, this is definitely, kind of a somber, experience. And I wanted to kind of keep the mood a little on the more, calm side. And then I did fussy cut this little thing. There's not a ton of embellishment because I think the stars do fine. And I've tried to keep the focus on the actual flyer and the photo of this sign here. Then we have Jessica Michaels, and she had this big lollipop ice cream cone. I've seen several people with that, and I saw her video as well. And that is just really adorable, but I don't have a cut file or anything, you guys. So I ended up kind of using this snowflake as my ice cream cone in a way. And then just created my embellishment clusters with this is a Hip Kit collection. And I thought it went really good with my little Christmas tree in the background. Just a minute, baby. It's okay. Then I've got Day 24 with, she told me how to say it, Montana. So Tana Peterson, that's how you say it. She helped me with that one. And she's got, well, you can kind of see there's the little diamond shape here where she's got mixed media, but she's got her embellishment clusters, a little tag. Just a minute. I use Vicki Boutin. I will tell you, my daughter even said when I showed her the video, I had pulled out the collection at the very beginning of the video. She goes, "What in the world? That is not good, Mama." But then I think it turned out good. I love it. The black and white photo, this right here looks like a night sky. I thought that looked kind of neat. And then these always go together. It's Vicki Boutin, right? No, honey, just a minute. This one is Day 25 by Kirsten Hughes. She's got a couple of horizontal photos, circular element, and then some layers. I went with vertical because that's what I had. So I ended up with a little bit bigger photo block, but I did use this Vicki Boutin with this little sewing hoop curl there, or circle there. And then, of course, Vicki Boutin papers and some ephemeras and stuff. So this whole thing is basically Vicki Boutin. I just pulled out of various collections though. And there's another squirrel, you guys, with my husband. That's not intentional. I don't think of my husband as a squirrel, but somehow or another. Day 26 is by Lisa, or excuse me, Lori rather. And this, she had drawn like shamrocks and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I got a collection with shamrocks and things. And this is just so stinking cute, you guys. Look at that. A little Lucky Day, little gnomies. Are they not adorable? These are not great pictures, but I don't care. This is me and my daughter. We were at a musical, and I thought this was so cute. I love this collection. Then we have Day 27 by Liz Fry. And this is an old Bo Bunny collection, you guys. Really old. With the addition of a Scrapbooking Coach at Home music paper. I did introduce my watercolor pencil with a little bit of mixed media behind it. I was really proud of my font, my title here. I thought that turned out cute. And my King of Hearts is upside down, you guys. But I think this turned out really pretty. I did use some, like, not glossy accents. I did put in the video what the brand was, but kind of that. And I also managed to touch it. Oh, well. This one's Day 28 by Bev Lewis. Now, she used hexagons behind all this. I didn't do that. I had a bunch of tags on a piece of paper that I cut out. And so I went with tags, you guys. And then I added some sequins all over the place. And this is basically me sitting on the boat, on the cruise, sitting there resting, reading a book, drinking a hot tea. I thought this was really pretty. And I just used some string and kind of wound it through there. I love that, actually. Then we have Day 29 is Rebecca. She's got this diagonal thing. This could be a single piece of paper with any kind of thing on it here. Could be multiple pieces of paper. This is actually kind of cool because you could definitely interpret this a bunch of different ways. She's got a little photo block here and banner, stuff like that, right? So I took it, and I actually took like a little cord, whatever you want to call it, and I've used that as basically one of those pieces. So this is a single piece here, and I pulled this little piece in here. This actually has like some embossing and stuff on it. This is definitely a stash buster, you guys. Like, this is all stuff out of my stash. Is an Ultimate Game, is this little shuffleboard game they played, and this came out of like an old Hip Kit thing. I was actually kind of proud of this one. I thought this turned out really neat. Then we have a 2-pager, you guys, believe it or not, for Day 30. Where's the thing? Here it is. By Holly Fiercely. Day 30, she had 2-pager, and I actually did a 2-pager, but she had drawn like these bubbles. Then she's got a thing behind with some mixed media and a bunch of pictures. And I had this paper, I think this is Vicky Bouton, that looks like it's kind of bubbles to me. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. And it's got, well, you guys, did I attach that too much? I'm going to have to mess with that. This one, my husband went to New York and explored Ellis Island. So I've got a couple little pieces of sequins here. I thought this turned out really good, though. I was able to get kind of little pieces. These are like when they had like little models or something. When we went later here, years later, they didn't have this stuff there. I guess they were remodeling or moving or something. So, and I had this really old Statue of Liberty, I don't know if it's a Jolie's or something like that, but I got that on there. So I thought this turned out cute. And so that's my 30 days, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're a new subscriber, I really appreciate you. I really, really do. If you say comments, I always try to reply to everybody. It might take me a day or two, but I always reply to everybody because I do greatly appreciate that you took the time. And if you're not a subscriber, feel free to do that. I typically put content up several times a week, at least 3, sometimes 4. And depending on what's going on, you know, you might see something, I don't know, every day of the week. Who knows? Anyways, you guys have a great day, and we will see you next time. Bye.